Today we have with us Leah Jewell, co-founder of Work Simpler, and David Conley, president of EdImagine. And the topic today for us is to talk about AI and what's at stake for new graduates. My name is Jody. I'm one of the co-founders of Work Simpler. And with that, I'm going to ask Leah Jewell to take over and kind of go through what we're going to cover today. But basically, trying to give you guys an idea of what's at stake for college grads and what kind of skills they need. So, Leah, why don't you go ahead and I'll run your PowerPoint.
Yeah, hi everybody. I think we were really just we're all surrounded by all this information that's coming out about artificial intelligence and how that is going to impact education, how it's going to impact jobs, people who are currently in jobs, people who are trying to get jobs. And as a company who works with students and connects them to fractional work, we were very interested in this topic because we were trying to figure out, what is it going to mean to students? How do they prepare? How is that going to impact their training, what they put on their resume, and the kind of work that they do. So we're excited to all get together to have this conversation.
So, Leah, the first question is, should schools ban students from using ChatGPT?
Well, I'll give my quick 2 cents on this, and I'm very interested to hear what David has to say about this. I think it's like a lot of new technology, which is when it first comes out, it's very, it's interesting, but it's scary to institutions who are trying to figure it out. And so the first thing that people see is, oh my gosh, my students can write their papers with ChatGPT, so they can turn that in. And so you get all these conversations about cheating, et cetera. But for me, I think that artificial intelligence is going to have a huge impact on education in lots of different ways. But specifically, I feel like with respect to students and work, I would hate to see them ban it. And I think that as they get further along, they probably won't ban it. They'll probably figure out how to integrate it and use it effectively into the classroom. But the reason why I would not like to see them ban this is because people are going to have to learn how to work with and alongside the artificial intelligence. And if they don't get that experience when they're in school and they don't see how artificial intelligence can help them and how they can add benefit being a human to that output, that they will be at a disadvantage when they then go out and they start to look for jobs and they start to experience what other people are going to be experiencing when they're in the workforce.
Well, it's kind of follow up. I agree with everything Leah said. Some of the reactions remind me a little bit of when calculators were first being introduced and how math teachers were horrified by the idea that students wouldn't do all the calculating in their heads. Well, I think we've come to understand that calculators and computers are powerful tools in mathematics, and they're really essential. They're not an add-on, and that taught the right ways, the use of the technology can actually enhance students' retention of basic mathematical concepts or pretty much any disciplinary area. If you're using the technology appropriately for higher order thinking, what it does is it solidifies a lot of the more factual or foundational content knowledge in a subject area. So really, it's about the teaching methods primarily, but it's also about what skills you want students to develop. I mean, this is just following up on your comment, Leah. What are the skills that you believe students should be developing in your class? I mean, is it the mastery of content knowledge that they can easily get in any number of formats, or is it some extension of the content itself into deeper understandings and more complex problems? And I think there's a danger of us kind of getting a bifurcated educational outcome where one set of students are adept at AI, they're adept at this problem analysis and problem formulation, they're adept at divergent thinking, and then another group that has been deprived of those opportunities and can only handle highly structured, lower level types of cognitive tasks. And I think that's a potential tragedy. And it certainly from an equity point of view, it's inconsistent with, I think, what we want to be as a country and as an economy.